60 Union soldiers would die here, mostly from sickness, disease of that type. And we are here to dedicate this fortification and helping to preserve the Union. For I had said many times, to lose Kentucky would be to lose the whole game. Then I believe Maryland, Delaware, and Missouri take this moment this afternoon to go to the grave site of the 60 or so that have been buried here that made this fortification the possibility that the Union would be preserved. And the second reason why I'm here is to give you the most glorious news that I just received. You see, I just got back from City Point, Virginia, the headquarters of Grant and Sherman there in Virginia, and they give me the glorious news that Robert E. Lee is close to surrendering somewhere near Petersburg. You see, right now it's March 20th, 1865. It's been a long 4-year battle on both sides. But thank God Almighty, this mighty scourge of war will be over soon, and we will be one nation as we move forth with Reconstruction. All 36 states, 34 when I became your president, and yes, Governor Helm was right. West Virginia broke off from Virginia and became a state. I was against that because there was one state seceding from another. That's what we were fighting for. But many of my constituents said, you need this, Mr. President, to preserve the Union. My paramount object in this struggle, save the Union, folks, it's not to free the slaves. If I can preserve the Union without freeing any of the slaves, I would do it. If I could preserve the Union by freeing all the slaves, I'll do that as well. I want everyone in our country to know preserving the Union was my aim. All of my cabinet members, with the exception of one, said, let the wayward sisters go. Wayward, oh yes, that was brought on by Secretary Seward. Let the wayward sisters go, Mr. President. We'll form our own perfect Union up here in the north. And I would retort back, this nation is worth fighting for to secure such an inestimable jewel. A portion of the people cannot destroy what the whole people created. You see, it was a grand experiment that we had in the American Revolutionary War. We won our freedom, our independence, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness that we could govern ourselves. I believe that no state can get out of the Union without the consensus of the other states. When I ran for your president, I said to myself and my constituents and to all Americans that I would rather lose my life than to lose a star on the American flag. Now, folks, I'm here again to tell you that to lose Kentucky, I believe the whole affair would have been lost. And I'm here to thank all Kentuckians, especially Joshua Speed, Joseph Holt, many of those that preserved the Union with Lincoln guns, they called them. And now, this wonderful, glorious news that I have received will make it the happiest day of my life. When Robert E. Lee surrenders, you see, he has no other choice, I am told. But I'd be negligent if I didn't take just 3 minutes and give you that speech I gave at Gettysburg 18 months ago. You see, Robert E. Lee was making his way north, I am told, to capture me in exchange of prisoners. I am told that he was going to capture me and the war would be over. You see, the elections were coming soon, and many in the North now were tired of this war. Robert E. Lee, he had had a great victory at Chancellorsville. At Antietam, he did not win. You see, that was the Battle of Antietam that I called the Freedom of Antietam. But after that, there was a battle, July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. 2 years ago, it was at Gettysburg. Robert E. Lee's 80,000-man army would meet my General George Meade's army. There at Gettysburg, a town of 1,500 or so. And in 3 days, there would be 51,000 casualties. A casualty was a death, a missing in action, a wounded.